Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Cadence Whispers, with your pick a pal reading for today. Today's subject is going to be around twin flames. You know, a lot of us are in twin flame connections and they're not always easygoing, they're not always simple, you know, or happy or straightforward. So I thought we'd do a reading on that, and it's called What is Going to Come Next in Your Twin Flame Connection. You know, some of us aren't, are in separation right now, or we're going through one of our rough cycles. So I thought this would be a good reading to cover that. So there's three different stages of a twin flame connection. So this is going to look at that. So before we go into the actual reading, I'll just discuss which decks I'm using. So I'm using the Good Tarot. I'm using this. This is out of print. Don't think you can get this anymore. But it's the Your Spiritual Journey, and it's by Jenny Smedley. You may be able to still get them on eBay. I don't know. I'm not sure. We've also got the Tarot Sexual Magic by Lo Scarabeo, and we have the Wisdom of the Oracle. I do have some more Oracle decks coming. I feel like I don't have enough of them, so when they come, which I'm really excited about, we'll be doing even more readings, so be prepared for that. So with pile 1, we've got the Amethyst. Pile 2, we have the Rose Quartz. It's kind of heart-shaped. Pile 3, we have the Citrine. So just gonna start with pile 1 in a moment, but first I just wanted to share a little piece of information. A lady I did a pregnancy reading for about a month ago, I advised her in my reading that she was going to get pregnant very soon, and she announced a pregnancy today, so I'm just absolutely over the moon for her, and I'm just really excited and glad that my prediction came true. So if you're interested in booking a pregnancy reading, contact me. And now we're just going to jump right into the reading, so we'll start with pile 1. Okay, so if you picked pile 1, we're going to begin your reading now. So the first cards we have are the Your Spiritual Journey cards by Jenny Smedley, and the first one, Dare. You may need to make big changes if your soul is stifled. Mystery. Your best acts of kindness are those that no one sees. And then we've got the Good Tarot. We've got the Six of Air, which is 6 of Swords in a standard deck. So let's just move these up. And the 4 of Water, which is the 4 of Cups in the standard tarot deck. And let's see. To be fair, time for a nap. These will make sense in a minute, I promise you. And then the Tower of Sexual Magic, we have the Knave of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles, I believe. Could be the Knight. The Sun. And the King of Pentacles. So for you guys, I feel as though you may have been a little bit unkind to each other recently. I feel like you may be having a bit of a misunderstanding about everything that's going on. That I feel in regards to the mystery, it says your best acts of kindness. I feel like maybe your partner is going through something at the moment. They're not very good at talking about their feelings, things that they're going through, and it's a little bit of a mystery to you at the moment what's actually happening. Some of the circumstances that are coming about, you're just thinking to yourself, where's this even come from? So then they may be creating arguments over something really small, or things that you know, you thought were laid to rest months ago. You know, they're coming back now to be discussed, you know, that this is what happens in twin flame cycles. You know, you think you leave things to rest and then they come back up. And I feel like at the moment for both of you, you know, you feel a little bit stuck in the situation. You know, you feel like you're going round and round in circles and you're not moving forward the way that you want to. You know, and it's really saying you need to be fairer to each other. You need to listen to each other and try and understand the circumstances, and, you know, don't play the blame game. You know, with the, I like to use these just obviously because it does indicate about sex life and things like that. You know, I feel like maybe for you two, it would be good for you to take a journey together, you know, have some time away together just to reconnect, because I feel at the moment, you know, everything else that's going on in your life, it's kind of dragging you down and it's pulling you away from each other. You know, the King of Pentacles, you know, you may be married or you may have a family, you know, you might have children together. The King of Pentacles, you know, is a very responsible man. He carries a lot of burdens on his shoulders. You know, he works really hard in every aspect of his life. You know, he's not always one to be entirely open about his feelings. He can get very overwhelmed. You know, he wants to be responsible and he wants to be the support, but sometimes he kind of works himself too hard and he puts more emphasis on working and making sure you've got enough money to survive than actually, you know, the romance side of things. And I feel like that's an issue here as well. And the Knave of Pentacles, it's, let me just double check the meaning on that one, because I always get confused whether it's the Knight or the Page. Let me just double check. Pentacles. Sorry, just a second. Let me find it. I'm still getting used to this deck. This is really unprofessional. I'm sorry. Wands. Swords. No, it's not that one. It's gone past it. Okay. Transgression leads to excitement, but neither one nor the other can last without some moderation. So I feel what it's saying here is that really, you know, your masculine, divine masculine, he needs to moderate how much he's working, how much time he is, how much, you know, attention he's giving to everything else. You know, it's saying time for a nap. So for him, you know, it's about just stepping away from all these other responsibilities and just focusing on the relationship that you have, because I feel like it's causing unnecessary problems by, you know, him working so much. You know, it's admirable that he wants to do those things. You know, it's probably the way he's been brought up, but it's also taken away from the time that you two have together. You know, and he's feeling stifled in his situation at the moment, but what he doesn't realize is he is the only person that can change that. You know, so he might be saying to you that he's stifled in the connection, that he's unhappy, but he is the one who's got the key to being able to open all of this up and change it for the better, because you two, you've got a really beautiful connection, you know, like sexually, spiritually, you know, it's really beautiful and you bring a lot of joy into each other's lives. But when he gets overwhelmed, he starts feeling stifled. He'll say things that he doesn't mean, you know, and like I said, it's a mystery to you because you don't even understand where these things he says comes from, you know. So it's really saying about taking some time away together, you know, just resting and getting to know one another and take time away from all the situation that's going on, your responsibilities. You know, if you've got kids, maybe you could get the grandparents or another relative to just watch them so that you can spend some time together, because I feel like all you really need to do is just reconnect with each other and then, you know, you'll be fine, you know. But as you're aware in twin flame connections, this will happen over and over again until you learn the lessons, until you resolve the problem. So, you know, this is what's going on for you guys at the moment. This is pile 1. I hope that's helped, and we'll move into pile 2 now. Hey guys, back with pile 2, which is the rose quartz. So, let's have a look, shall we? So, we have progression. You don't need to see the whole map to take the first step. Enchantment. Ooh, the magic in your life is inside you. Oh wow, look, they fit together. That's amazing. Just like 2 pieces of the puzzle or 2 twin flames. Ooh, the Ace of Water, which is the Ace of Cups in the standard deck. The 8 of Fire, which is the 8 of Wands in the standard deck. Okay. Go the distance. Oh, I'm loving these cards. The Fates. And last but not least, 8 of Pentacles. The 6 of Swords. Oh, that's twice that's come up now. The 6 of Wands. Okay. So, I feel for you guys, you're in a really good cycle of your twin flame connection. So, this may be at the very beginning, or it may be after a really hard time, a difficult time, and you've come through all of the issues and you're now just enjoying each other's company. You know, it says progression, so I feel like you've moved from a difficult period in your connection, you know, and at the moment you just really, you know, you're feeling the magic of the connection again. You know, it feels how it was in the very beginning, or if it's at the beginning of your journey, the progression is from, you know, your soul's journey. You know, I feel like you're just so overcome with emotion and happiness and joy, and you know, you're having regular communication. You know, it's just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth regularly, and there's no stopping, there's no waiting, there's no wondering. You know, the distance, it's, I feel like you're at a point in your connection where you realise that this is forever, regardless of what you go through, what you've been through. This is forever, you know, and you're willing to go the distance for this person. You're willing to go out on a limb and get hurt, you know, because you know how amazing it is, and you know, like the depth of this connection. You know, the Ace of Cups, you know, the water, you know, and the ocean, it's really deep, so it's showing like the depth of your connection is as deep as the ocean. You know, some oceans, they haven't even found the bottom of them yet, so it just shows like the depth of the connection that you actually share, you know. And the fire is all about communication, it's about positive action, you know, and I feel like at this point in your connection, you know, you're fulfilling promises, fulfilling promises, you know, you're keeping up with each other, you're at a steady pace, you're mirroring each other, you know, bouncing off each other, you know. And the fates, you know, it's just reminding you that this is a special soulmate connection, you know, it's fate that's brought you together and will continue to bring you together, you know, through every single cycle that you have. The 8 of Pentacles is about a steady connection. It's about wanting to build, you know, something that lasts a lifetime. You know, you're aware that you're in each other's lives for a reason, and it's something significant and special, and it's worth the effort, it's worth putting the time in. The 6 of Wands is about an equal partnership where, you know, you feel rewarded in each other's company. You know, you feel like it's you gaining something as opposed to losing, you know, every single day. It's like that song by John Legend, It goes, you're my end and my beginning, even when I lose and winning. You know, that's the song that comes to mind here, because, you know, John Legend and Chrissy Teigen, they are soulmates. They're just the perfect couple. Honestly, the love that they have, it's just so obvious, and it's rare and special to see. But that song, if you listen to it, you know, it is the perfect soulmate song. It's just fantastic, and the lyrics, you know, they make a lot of sense. I mean, especially for me in my twin flame connection, you know, it makes a lot of sense. You know, we are currently in Power 1 at the moment. We were in Power 1 for a while. We went into Power 2 where we are now, and now we've gone back to Power 1. So 1 step forward, 2 steps back, as they say. The Six of Swords again, it's just really about, you know, taking a break with each other, just taking time to get to know each other again, and just enjoying each other's company. You know, there's no worries, there's no troubles at this time. It's just smooth sailing for the moment. You know, and I really love how these two just fit together so perfectly. It just shows that, you know, you're at the stage of recognizing that you were made for each other, and you're a mirror image. I mean, these two pictures are like almost exactly the same, so it's just a representation of your twin flame connection at the moment. You know, and they say water and fire don't mix, but, you know, I feel like you kind of balance each other out. What one lacks, the other one makes up for, you know, and you recognize that at the moment, and you're enjoying that, you know, and you're aware of the fact that it's not always good, it's not always great, there's going to be difficult times, but right now you're just enjoying it for what it is. You know, the going the distance, you know, I feel like you've always known this connection is going to last forever in one way or another, and you know, you've come to terms with that. And with the fates, you understand that things happen for a reason, you know, whether good or bad. So, you know, you're at a good point on your soul journey at the moment. Well, everything's good. So that was pile 2. I hope you enjoyed, and if you resonated, let me know. And now we'll move on to pile 3. Hey guys, welcome to pile 3. So pile 3 is the citrine. Okay, so we've got escape. Shake off drudgery, let your soul lead you to freedom. Ooh, let it go, let it go. That was terribly out of tune. I'm really sorry about that. But it's saying let it go, even if only for an hour. Let your partner relax today. Oh, I've been there before in this twin flame journey. It makes me laugh. Okay, we've got the 3 of Earth, which is the 3 of Pence, and the 8 of Earth, which is the 8 of Pence. That just really made me laugh. Okay. Breathe. Yang. Yang, the male energy. I'm pretty sure it's the male energy. I've got the 7 of Cups and the 4 of Cups. Okay, so I feel for you as the female, the divine feminine. You're feeling a little bit annoyed with your partner at the moment. I think you're just in a stage where everything he does just annoys you, and you're trying so hard not to get wound up about little things because you know that it will set you off track. But I feel for you, you're just in a stage where everything's getting on your nerves about him. You know, even if he's doing things right, it's getting on your nerves. I feel you're worried about slipping back into the stage where, you know, you were arguing. You know, I feel like at one point he was struggling to let it go, and he was on your back about everything, so it's kind of come full circle. And, you know, you kind of, I feel usually you know, you're able to just let things slide, but at the moment everything seems to be bothering you about him in the connection. You know, it's just saying, just let your man be, just let him breathe, just leave him alone. It's what it's saying basically. It can also be as well if you're particularly, how can I word this? If you're a needy type, you know, if you need reassurance all the time, you need them to be in contact with you, it's just saying let them come to you in their own time, because that will push them away, you know, and you're trying actively not to push them away, so you're letting them do things in their own pace, even though it's really difficult, really, really hard. You're having to bite your tongue, you're having to stop yourself sending messages. It's just saying, for the moment, just let it go, just let it be, it will work in your favour. You know, the Pentacles, they're all about stability, they're about creating foundations, you know, the Three of Earth, you know, I feel like maybe you've been wanting a baby, or you have a young baby at the moment, and, you know, maybe your hormones are going crazy, and that's why you're feeling the way that you are in this situation, and we've all been there, you know. I remember when I was pregnant, you know, I did weird things sometimes because of my hormones, so it's understandable, but, you know, in the next breath, you know, you're wanting to build things with him, you wanting to make plans, but then the next breath, everything he's doing is annoying you, so you're like, I think you're a little bit confused at the moment as well about what's going on, and it's a little bit overwhelming for you. The Four of Chalices, like, in the normal deck, it's about, you know, stagnancy, it's about wondering if it'll be better elsewhere, but I'm just curious just to see what it says, like the sexual element of it, because sex is a big element of twin flame connections. So it says habit, magic of the scissors, of the magnet and the coin, immobility, habit and indifference caused by routine. Yeah, so it's just routine. I feel like, you know, I feel like you're worried about slipping back into old patterns, you know, that things will just get stagnant again, and it'll be you doing all the work, it'll be you trying to get things moving, making plans, so you're just worried about slipping back into that. And the Seven of Cups is about dreams, so I feel like you've been having a lot of dreams recently, about your connection, some good, some bad. I just feel like you're dreaming a lot about it, and you're getting a lot of messages through dreams, so it's just saying just to listen to them and take note of what they're saying. But I feel like you know that you need to let things go as well, and not get so wound up, because, you know, in twin flame connections, it's always one or the other. One person pushes the other one away, either inadvertently or on purpose, because they're struggling. Usually, it's not always, but usually it's the divine masculine that is the runner, and the woman is the chaser, but it's not always that way. And I feel for you sometimes it's both equally, you know. I feel like you take it in turns with that, and it's just saying, you know, just kind of give him a break at the moment. He's not all bad, he's a man at the end of the day, and sometimes they don't even know that they're being irritating. It's just let it go. Just let everything that's bothering you go for the moment. Just focus on yourself, just breathe, just take a moment to relax, and everything will be fine. So I hope you like this reading, guys. I do want to do a more in-depth one when my other oracle decks arrive. I just wanted to do sort of a brief one at the moment, just so you know where you are on your journey, in case you didn't know. Some people don't, you know, but just in case you didn't know, just to confirm, obviously, as well, everything that you're thinking and feeling is correct. If you like this video, please give it a like, leave a comment. If you've got ideas for any future videos, then contact me as well. I will put the names of the decks in the description, as well as my price list, and I hope you all have a great evening, and I will see you again later in the week, probably going to be Friday. It may be a Meghan Markle video, it may be something else, it depends. I've not made up my mind yet, but thank you for watching, and hope you have a great evening. Take care.